Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Sunday, September 8th, 2019 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I am present for what the universe is showing me about my shadow. And wow, we have a whole huge, long list of aspects today. But probably the biggest one that I'm looking at that I think we're going to feel is this connection with the moon and Mercury and Pluto. So we have the moon conjunct Pluto. So let's go there first. Moon conjunct Pluto. This energy, the moon, can represent that which is hidden. It also represents our feelings and emotions. So a lot of times things that have been buried, deeply buried, like to surface as the moon moves through. Now, as it moves over Pluto, Pluto is such an interesting planet. Ultimately, it can represent empowerment, but it can represent that lack of power or the not feeling the power. It can represent that victim. It can represent either the darkest dark or the lightest light. There's a lot of transformational power in Pluto, especially when we recognize. So, be on alert for that which is hidden within you, bubbling up to the surface. We then connect it with the Mercury energy. Mercury in Virgo. Mercury in Virgo, which can have that healing consciousness on one hand, or it can have that analysis paralysis critical consciousness. Now, that critical consciousness may actually be pointing at some of the things, some of the wounding that is keeping you from being empowered. It also could be this energy. To me, it feels highly manipulative. Whether it's you manipulating yourself, manipulating others, somebody else manipulating you, be on alert for that. Because that's what those wounds that are afraid to be seen will do. They like to manipulate. So be aware of that. Now, this connection is happening at 20 degrees. That is a degree of nurturing. We need to nurture ourselves. There's a beautiful potential for healing in and through this energy, that Virgo coming through. If we can nurture ourselves and if we can recognize, if we can be present for what the universe is showing us about our shadows, about what is hidden within throughout this energy. But here's your awareness, here's your wake-up call to be present and available and noticing. Now, I do want to say that it reaches a peak in the evening, so you might be going about your day, be like, la-di-da, I mean, it's not the easiest day, but I'm okay, kind of feeling, and then be like, whoa, what just happened? Pluto and the moon just happened. So just be aware of that. Nurture yourself. Be aware of the manipulations. Be aware of control patterns coming up. That's a way that the wounds will often try to manipulate you or others with these control patterns that we have within. So awareness of that is important. We also have, a few other things going on. We've got early in the day, the moon making so many connections. The moon connecting to Mars, moon connecting to Saturn. Between the moon connecting to Mars and Saturn, 13-degree energy, that evolution, revolution, a little bit of triggers going on here and there with this. I do feel like we're going to have that go get 'em kind of vibration. And it's interesting because I have the exhaustion card in reverse. And I don't know about you guys, but oh my gosh, I've been so tired and my body's just been like soaking up rest like a sponge. But it's like, especially if we're feeling that alignment with our purpose, with that source energy within us, that exhaustion is being put to the side and we can make those moves. Now again, let's get into this. We have Mars and Saturn connecting. They are trine. And again, this is going to be late in the day. Move according to that source. Move according to that soul energy within you. Don't be moved by the shoulds. And that's going to be that temptation. And that even could be one of the manipulations. That even could be one of the control patterns that you have to notice within yourself. Be moved by your soul truth. Be moved by that purpose energy. Where is my phone? I was reading something. Anybody who knows me knows I love Mary Magdalene, and I'm reading Mary Magdalene Revealed by Megan Watterson right now, and so many yeses in the book. And one of the things it says is like, be heart-centered, and good and true according to that, and yet be rebellious and disobedient to things that don't honor that truth, that don't honor your integrity. And that's what this energy feels like. We are going to have those shoulds pushing us. That's going to come to a head. Like early 2020, those shoulds are really going to come to a head with us. But we really need to be aware that we are moving, Virgo, as one unto ourselves, true to ourselves, true to the soul, true to that purpose, true to source energy within us. And nobody else can really tell us what that should or shouldn't be, what that should or shouldn't look like. We know that with our own inner knowing. So just be very aware that you're going to have that feeling of wanting to take that action today, but don't take action to take action, and don't take action based on what anybody else tells you you need to do. Really tune in within for that. Speaking of not listening to somebody else, we also have the Sun square Jupiter. So Jupiter in Sagittarius has so much wisdom. There's so much wisdom in books. There's so much wisdom in what I'm sharing with you. And the Sun in Virgo is again reminding us, one unto the self. If the thing in the books, the wisdom in the books, if the wisdom that I'm offering you resonates, if it's true to you, if it is aligned, take it, move with it. If it is not, tune into what is true for you. That is like of the utmost importance. So just be aware of that. With that square, we may get some of those challenges. How can you be true to yourself? How can you be true to your personal integrity? I think that about does the majority of what we are moving through. So let's just look at these cards. Like I said, I was really happy because the exhaustion card was there in reverse. This card too reminds us, don't carry what's not yours. And I say this often in the scopes, you don't have to be a superhero for somebody else. You don't have to be a superhero about what is not your purpose, what is not your job. There's somebody else who's called to step up into that. Be in alignment with the work that is for you. Be in alignment with the service that is meant for you. So, exhaustion, source, moving with the speed of source, which is in your personal flow. This is an ace card, so there may be something creative bubbling forth. Be aware of that creativity bubbling forth. And yet, we need to be patient. The patience and the silence card. This is the star card in traditional tarot. Bright future, really good things coming forth. As you're patient, as you listen to yourself, as you tune into that yin, and let that yin energy guide what your authentic flow is. So, that is it for today. You can always book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. And besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There is more than enough love in the world for you, and you do have the power. Namaste.